So, ladies and gentlemen, let's sit down a minute and have a cold beer together, and maybe we can discuss the case of this player. It might be a shock to you about why he was not drafted. If I told you there was a Quebec Major Junior Hockey League star in the late 70s and early 80s that had scored 138 goals over 2 seasons, including 85 in that miracle 1980 Trois-Rivieres season in the Q, you're going to say, what the hell is going on? So today we're talking about the curious case of the guy, the best way to say they were stupid. Native of Cap-de-Madeleine, Pierre Aubry. Now, Pierre Aubry, one of the most talented players ever from that part of Quebec, played in the NHL for the Nordiques and Red Wings between 81 and 85. He played 202 career NHL games, scoring 24 goals and 26 assists for 50 points. But the left winger's biggest claim to fame, he was undrafted. He was eligible several times, but it was never taken. He also played 20 career playoff contests, scoring 1 goal and 1 assist. After leaving the NHL, he played with the Ironic Red Wings and eventually ended up in France. Now, ironically, Aubry's son, Louis-Marc, was selected by the Red Wings in the third round of the 2010 NHL entry draft. Louis-Marc also played in the Deutsche East League Hockey Liga. Now, his seasons with Trois-Rivieres were just tremendous, but he ended up, ladies and gentlemen, being shifted back and forth between Trois-Rivieres and the Quebec Grand Bas. Now, in 1978, in a combined 73 games, he had 38 goals, 44 assists for 82 points, and 3 points in the postseason with Quebec. 79, a split season between Trois-Rivieres and Quebec. 55 goals, 48 assists, 103 points. In a 13 playoff contest, he had 2 goals and 5 assists for 7 points. Now, in the Memorial Cup, he had 1 assist in 4 games. Now, here's it gets kind of freaky. 1980, Trois-Rivieres, he had 85 goals in the regular season and 5 in the postseason. So 90 goals in 79 games. 81, he broke in with the AHL's Erie Blades, continuing his big goal total. 66 goals and 68 assists and 134 points in 71 games. He also played that year with the Rochester Americans and won contests with the Nordiques. Now, 82 is rookie season in Quebec, which also saw him play time in the affiliate in Frankton, the Aiken Center. He had 10 goals and 13 assists for 23 points in 62 regular season games. And against Montreal and Boston in the playoffs, he had 1 goal and 1 assist for 2 points. Now, 82 in Express, he had 11 points in 11 games, including 6 counters. 83, a full season with Quebec, the goal total was way down. 7 goals, 9 assists for 16 points and 2 playoff contests. 84, he split time between Quebec and Frankton before being shipped off to Detroit. He had 1 goal, 1 assist in 23 games at Quebec, 4 goals and 5 assists and 9 points in 12 games with Frankton. And with the Red Wings, he had 4 goals and 1 assist for 5 points in 14 contests. 85, he split time between the Red Wings and the Adirondack Red Wings. 25 counters with Detroit, 2 goals, 2 assists for 4 points. With Adirondack, he had 13 goals, 10 assists for 23 points. 86, full season at Adirondack, he had 59 points in 66 games, including 28 assists, and a big 11 goals in their big great playoff run in 16 contests. Now, 87, he played with Adirondack for 17 games. He had 10 points in 17, but decided to play over in France, in Chamonix, 50 goals in 36 games, where he became an overnight sensation. Now, 88 would hit HC Faza in the Italian League, 28 goals in 17 games, including 46 points. And again, with Chamonix, 10 goals, 21 assists for 31 points, so 38 games that season. 89 was Javier Servette of HC of the NLB, 29 counters in 36 games. Back to France in 1990, he had 31 goals and 35 assists for 66 points in 32 contests. 91 again with Tours, 14 games, 5 goals, 12 assists for 17 points. And returned to minor pro in 98 with Asbestos Aztecs of Quebec, of the Quebec Senior Professional Hockey League, 5 assists in 5 games. So NHL totals, of course, 24 goals, 26 assists for 15 points. And again, didn't take many minutes in the sin bin with only 133. So the big question is, ladies and gentlemen, why did Aubry do better in the NHL and the AHL and all the big teams? It's hard to deal because the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League is known for producing great scores. But I mean that total with again Trois-Rivieres was just tremendous. And the Memorial Cup that year, just as a reminder, it was held on May 6th and 13th at the Palais des Sports in Sherbrooke as the Trois-Rivieres, as the Colisée Trois-Rivieres and the Verdun Auditorium in Verdun. Teams including the Brandon Wheat Kings, who had a great season, the Peterborough Petes, and the Trois-Rivieres Divers. Now, the title, this was their second straight appearance at the tournament. They were the top team in the league during the 79 season, finished with a record of 58-8-6, earning 122 points and winning the Jean Rougeau Trophy. Trois-Rivieres scored a league-high 527 goals, which was more than 100 goals higher than the second-place team. Now, the offense was led by J.F. Sauvé, the future Nordique, who led the association with 176 points, with 65 goals and 111 assists. Sauvé won the Jean Beliveau Trophy as the top scorer in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. Now, Jacques Cloutier was on that team as well. Now, Trois-Rivieres had won 2 and lost 2, beating Peterborough in the opening game, also defeating Brandon, but then losing 3-2 to Peterborough, then 6-1 to Brandon. Now, the idea of that title event, ladies and gentlemen, it was kind of a preamble to what the Nordiques again were looking for. But Jean-François Sauvé and Aubry were great teammates. It's surprising they did play on a line together with the Nordiques on occasion. But I still don't know why. Maybe Aubry was all offense, no defense. They never put up the same numbers in Quebec. But again, you couldn't get the ice time because you had Tardif, you had Destachny, Dale Hunter, you had Michel Goulet. So, I mean, there was no room for another scorer. Jacques Richard was there too as well. So, Pierre Aubry, if you look at the old hockey cards back in the day, when the old Nordiques, had so many Francophone players, and I think they were kept around too because they were just as strong in Frankton with the fans as they were in Quebec. And at one point, because of Frankton Express, because they had shared it with Vancouver, they were the most popular team in the Maritimes besides the NHL squads like Toronto, Quebec, and Montreal. So that's the story of the player that should have been a superstar, but you know those numbers with the Daveur can't shake that. Pierre Aubry, if you like what you're doing here with our Nordique podcast, let us know with a like, comment, subscribe, or share.